I was living like a prisoner, bound to things I couldn't see. Every step I tried to take still felt like captivity. I could hear the lies what cruel me, telling me this is my fate, that the weight I carried daily was a permanent escape. But something stronger was calling, breaking through the noise I knew. The chains are gone, no longer holding me. The grip of fear is broken, now I walk in liberty. What wants to find my limits has no power over me. The chains are gone, and I am finally free. I remember all the moments, I believed I had no way out. Every door was always closing, every hope was filled with doubt. But you stepped into my darkness with a light I couldn't hide, and the power that once bound me lost its strength the day you arrived. Now I hear a different message, one that calls me to be free. The chains are gone, no longer holding me. The grip of fear is broken, now I walk in liberty. What wants to find my limits has no power over me. The chains are gone, and I am finally free. Whom the sun sets free is free indeed. No more bondage, no more fear. Every lie that tried to hold me is dismantled by your truth right here. I am stepping out in confidence, no more living in the past. What was broken has been finished, and your freedom holds me fast. And I can finally breathe. I was walking with a burden that I couldn't put aside. Every step was marked by something I was trying to hide. I had questions without answers and a heart that felt unclear. But the weight I carried daily turned my faith into my fear. Then your truth began to rise up like a light within my soul. Forgiven, whole and free, that's the life you've given me. Every chain is now behind me. I am living differently. Forgiven, whole and free, by the power of your grace. What was broken has been healed now, in the presence of your ways. I had tried to fix the pieces with a strength I couldn't find, but the deeper that I search for it, the more lost I feel inside. Then you stepped into my story with a mercy undeserved, and the things that once defined me were replaced by every word. Now my identity is anchored in the truth you have revealed. Forgiven, whole and free, that's the life you've given me. Every chain is now behind me. I am living differently. Forgiven, whole and free, by the power of your grace. What was broken has been healed now, in the presence of your ways. You have taken what was written and erased it by your cross. Every record of my failures has been covered and is lost, yeah. Now I stand without a shadow of the life I lived before. I am walking in the fullness of the freedom you restore. Again, whole and free, now my soul is at peace. Every part of me is restored in the love that never ceases. Forgiven, whole and free, this is who I've come to be. Not defined by my past moments, but by what you've done in me. Forgiven, whole and free, whole and free. felt heavier than time. Every step I tried to take was confined within my mind. I could see the open spaces, but I couldn't reach the door. Something held me in the shadows, like I'd lost what I was for. Then a voice broke through the stillness, calling me to rise again. Walk out of your prison. There is freedom at the gate. Every chain has been dismantled. You don't have to stay. Walk out of your prison. Leave the past behind you now. There is grace that's waiting for you. Yeah. Step into it somehow. Step into it somehow. Grown used to the limits that were never meant to be, but the walls I thought were final were illusions, I believe. Then your presence filled the space where confinement used to stay. The fear that kept me captive slowly started to fade away. Now the doors that once were closed have been opened by your name. Walk out of your prison. There is freedom at the gate. Every chain has been dismantled. You don't have to stay. Walk out of your prison. Leave the past behind you now. There is grace that's waiting for you. Step into it somehow. This is not your final place. There is purpose beyond limits, and a future full of grace. Every chain has lost its power. Every wall begins to fall. When you answer to the calling that is greater than it all. Walk out of your prison into life that never ends. What was once a place of bondage is where freedom now begins. Step into the life you promised, and embrace your destiny. now. I was hiding from the echo of a story I once knew. Every step reminded clearly of the things I couldn't undo. I was carrying a burden that I never chose to show, but the weight of silent shame was the only life I'd known. Then a different voice approached me with a love I couldn't earn. He took my shame away and replaced it with his peace. What once held me in the darkness now has lost its hold on me. He took my shame away. Now I stand in liberty. Every chain of accusation has no power over me. I had built my own protection, trying not to be exposed, but the walls I made around me only made the darkness grow. Then your light broke through the silence and revealed a better way. Hey. Not by hiding or pretending, but by truth that doesn't fade. Now I walk uncovered safely in a grace that won't condemn. He took my shame away and replaced it with his peace. What once held me in the darkness now has lost its hold on me. He took my shame away. Now I stand in liberty. Every chain of accusation has no power over me. No more hiding in the shadow, no more fear of being seen. against everything I've done, and the voice of accusation seemed to never come undone.
Then a higher truth was rising, breaking through the noise within. Grace,
Louder than my guilt,
speaks a truth I can't believe.
every accusation silenced
By the love that covers me. Grace,
louder than my guilt.
now defines my destiny.
What was heavy is defeated
By the mercy over me. I had tried to earn approval through a path of endless try, but the standard kept on growing, and I never reached the high. Then your kindness met my weakness, not by effort,
not by skill.
but by love that overcomes it, and a grace that always will.
Now the weight begins to vanish as your voice becomes my guide. Grace, louder than my guilt,
Speaks a truth I can't believe.
every accusation silenced
By the love that covers me. Grace,
louder than my guilt.
now defines my destiny.
What was heavy is defeated
By the mercy over me.
There is no condemnation in the place where I now stand. Every failure is outnumbered by the works of your hand.
Where my guilt once had a voice, now your grace declares the end. And the story of my weakness has been rewritten again. Praise, louder than my guilt.
Now my heart is fully free.
Every shadow of my past has no authority. Grace, louder than my guilt.
Is the song my soul will sing.
I am living in the freedom that your mercy brings. Grace, louder, forever. Grace, louder, forever. Grace.
I was living in a cycle that I couldn't seem to break. Every step I tried to take led me back to my mistakes. I was searching for a purpose in the patterns of my past, But the life I kept repeating was a life that wouldn't last. Then a different path was opened by a truth I couldn't see. I am set free to live, not bound by what once held me down. There is purpose in this freedom that I finally found. I am set free to live, with a heart that's been restored. Now my life is dedicated to something so much more. I had followed what was easy, even though it led to loss. But the cost of that direction was much heavier than I thought. Then your grace interrupted every pattern I pursued, and the chains that kept me moving were replaced with something new. Oh, now I walk in a new rhythm, led by truth that sets me free. I am set free to live, not bound by what once held me down. There is purpose in this freedom that I finally found. I am set free to live, with a heart that's been restored. Now my life is dedicated to something so much more. Freedom isn't just a moment, it's a life I choose to walk. Every step aligned with purpose, every word reflects your call. I am no longer a servant to the things that once controlled. Now I live in true alignment with a destiny you hold. I am set free to live, and I walk in victory. Every breath is filled with meaning from the life you gave to me. Oh, I am set free to live, and I won't look back again. I am stepping into purpose that will never end. Free to live, debt I couldn't pay. Every step was marked by shadows from the choices of my way. I had heard the voice of judgment echo softly in my soul, but the weight of all my failures made it harder to feel whole. Then a greater voice was calling from a sacrifice complete. The blood still speaks a mercy over me. It declares I am forgiven, and it sets my spirit free. The blood still speaks a better covenant. Every accusation fades away in what your love has meant. I was trying to erase it through the effort of my own, but the stain remained a witness to the things I had sown. Then the cross revealed a power that no human word could match, and the price that was paid fully took the burden from my past. Now the voice of grace is louder than the voice that used to accuse. The blood still speaks a mercy over me. It declares I am forgiven, and it sets my spirit free. The blood still speaks a better covenant. Every accusation fades away. What your love has meant, it is finished, it is written. Every debt has been resolved through the power of the cross. Every chain has been dissolved. Not a record stands against me, not a verdict to fulfill. What was once a place of judgment now is covered by your will. The blood still speaks, and it speaks my victory. Oh, every part of condemnation has no power over me. The blood still speaks louder than my past. I am standing in redemption that will always last. Always last. It speaks, oh, keep free, it speaks, forgive, free, free, I was holding on to memories that were shaping who I'd be. Every step was influenced by what used to follow me. I believed the labels spoken, and I wore them like a name. But inside I felt a longing for a life that could be changed. Then a voice began to rise above all the echoes in my mind. I am not my past, it no longer defines my way. What is gone is left behind me. I'm walking in a new day. I am not my past, there is more than what I've been. I am reaching for the promise that you place within. I had lived inside the tension of regretting what went wrong, but the weight of yesterday could not hold me for so long. Now I see a new direction where the old no longer leads, and the future holds a purpose that is greater than my needs. Every step is now intentional in the path you've set before. I am not my past, it no longer defines my way. What is gone is left behind me. I am walking in a new day. I am not my past, there is more than what I've been. I am reaching for the promise that you placed within. I release what tries to bind me to the person I once was. There is freedom in the calling, found in who I am, because you have given me a future, not controlled by yesterday. And the life you are unfolding is a path that I will take. I am not my past, now my vision is renewed. Every step I take is guided by the purpose found in you. I am not my past, I am chosen, I am free. What is behind me has no hold on what I'm called to be. Not my past, new creation, moving forward. Set aside. Every step felt like a struggle, with a chain I had to hide. I was searching for freedom in the things that couldn't stay. But the more I tried to break it, the more trapped I become each day. Then I heard a truth that changed me, like a light within the dark. I am redeemed and released from the weight that held me down. Yeah. Every chain has lost its meaning. By the power of your name, standards left me empty, and the cost was much too deep. Then your grace stepped in and lifted what I never could repair, breaking every single stronghold with a love beyond compare. Now I walk in a new freedom that no force can take away. I am redeemed and released from the weight that held me down. Oh, every chain has lost its meaning. I am standing free now. I am redeemed and released by the power of your name. What once held me in the shadows cannot bind me again. Freedom is not something earned, it is given by your hand. Every prison door is opened by the truth that you have planned. I'm no longer a captive to the past that I once knew. I am living in the freedom that is found alone in you. I am redeemed and released. Now my soul is fully free. Every chain is broken forever by the truth that lives in me. I am redeemed and released, yes, and I walk in liberty. No more bondage, no more limits. Only what you've done for me. I was walking through the shadow with no light to guide my way. Every step was filled with questions, and the silence made me stay. I had nothing left to offer, no excuse I could defend. Just a heart that felt unworthy of a love I couldn't mend. Then I heard a quiet whisper breaking through the dark in me. Mercy found me here when I had nothing left to give. The place where I was broken, you gave me a chance to live. Mercy found me here, not because I earned a thing, but because your endless kindness chose to meet me in between. I was trying to escape it, from the guilt that held me tight, but the heart Your presence overwhelmed me, like a dawn that breaks the sky. And the weight I used to carry was no longer mine to hide. In the moment of surrender, everything began to change. Mercy found me when I had nothing left to give. In the place where I was broken, you gave me a chance to live. Mercy found me here, not because I earned a thing, but because your endless kindness chose to meet me in between. You saw me in my weakness, and you never walked away. Every failure you redeemed it with a love that wouldn't fade. I was lost without direction, but you called me by my name. Now I stand within your favor, covered fully by your grace. Mercy found me here, and it changed my destiny. What was once a place of sorrow is now filled with victory. Mercy found me. Now my heart is satisfied. I was rescued by compassion and forever justified. Mercy found me. He found me. He found me. He found me. I was looking in the mirror, trying to recognize my face, but the person staring back at me was caught inside a different place. I had worn the weight of seasons that had shaped what I became, but beneath the layers broken, there was something you would change. Then you stepped into my silence, and you spoke a living word. I am brand new from the inside, not defined by what I've done. There's a deeper transformation through the power of your Son. Fix the surface while the roots remain the same, but you work beyond the visible and rewrote my inner frame. Now the heart that once was broken carries something pure and true, not because of my performance, but because of what you do. Life is rising from inside. Now I walk in who I am, not a shadow of my past life, but redeemed within your plan. Every breath confirms the promise, every step reflects your ways. I am brand new from the inside, living fully in your grace. Brand new inside, forever changed. Brand new inside. Forever changed. I was carrying the echo of a life I couldn't change. Every wrong became a story that I couldn't rearrange. I kept replaying every moment like a debt I had to pay, but the weight of my own memory wouldn't simply fade away. Then your mercy spoke a promise that I never heard before. You are the God who forgives and forgets. You remove what I regret. Every failure, every moment lost in mercy, I can't forget. You don't hold my past against me. You don't keep a single debt. You are the God who forgives and forgets, and I am free because of it. I had built my own reminders of the things I couldn't hide. Every shadow in my conscience kept the past alive inside. But your grace began to cover what my guilt had tried to keep, and the memories lost their power when your love reached into me. Now I see a new beginning written in a different way. You are the God who forgives and forgets. You remove what I regret. Every failure, every moment lost in mercy, I can't forget. You don't hold my past against me. You don't keep a single debt. You are the God who forgives and forgets, and I am free because of it. You choose not to remember what you've already redeemed. Every sin is cast behind you in a sea that cannot be seen. Not a trace remains before you, not a record still in place. What was written in my failure now is covered by your grace. You are the God who forgives and forgets. Now my soul can truly rest. No more chains of condemnation, no more burden on my chest. I am walking in forgiveness with a peace I won't regret. You are the God who forgives. voice inside my mind. Every thought became a sentence I could never leave behind. Yeah. I kept carrying the verdict like a weight I couldn't shake. Every step was filled with tension, every move I had to make. Then a different truth emerged, louder than the voice of fear. Ooh, no longer condemned, there is freedom in this place. No accusations stand against me. I am covered by your grace. What was written in my past has no power over me. No longer condemned, now my soul is truly free. I was trying to achieve it through perfection on my own, but the more I tried to measure, the more broken I had grown. Then your love stepped in with mercy, not a standard I could meet, but a gift that came unearned and brought me to my feet. Now I live in a new reality where grace has set the tone. No longer condemned, there is freedom in this place. No accusation stands against me. I am covered by your grace. What was written in my past has no power over me. No longer condemned, now my soul is truly free. There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ. Every charge has been dismissed now by the sacrifice of life. I am walking in assurance, not by works but by His name. What was guilt has been replaced with a redeemed and endless grace. Now my heart can finally rest. Every burden of accusation has been fully addressed. I am standing in the promise that defines my destiny. No longer condemned, in your truth I am free. Free. No shame, no chains. I was holding on to memories that I couldn't set aside. Every moment from my past still lives somewhere in my mind. I kept counting every failure like a debt I had to pay, but the weight of my own judgment wouldn't simply fade away. Then I heard a truth so steady breaking through the noise inside. As far as the east from the west, you were taking all my sin. Every trace of condemnation no longer lives within. You were separated fully, what I was from who I am. As far as the east from the west, your forgiveness makes us stand. There were days I tried to earn it through the things I tried to do, but perfection was a burden I could never follow through. Then your mercy came and met me, not because I had it right, but because your love is constant and it shines beyond my sight. Now I see a different story, one where grace is won again. As far as the east from the west, you have taken all my sin. Every trace of condemnation no longer lives within. You have separated fully what I was from who I am. As far as the east from the west, your forgiveness makes us stand. As far as the east from the west, now my soul is truly free. Every chain of accusation has no claim on me. I am walking in your mercy with a peace I can't explain. As far as the east from the west, I am not the same. Not the same.
Shadows follow me wherever I would go, like a story I could never let unfold. I tried to hide behind my silence, tried to cover what was true, but the more I kept on running, the more I needed you. Then I heard a voice of mercy calling deeper than my shame. I am washed completely clean by a love I don't deserve. Every stain that once defined me has been healed by every word. Now the guilt no longer holds me. Now the past has lost its claim. I am washed completely clean by the power of your name. I remember all the moments I believed I had no way. Every failure felt like evidence that I could never change. But you met me in the breaking, where my pride was torn apart, and the truth you spoke was greater than the doubt inside my heart. Now I see it in the silence. Grace was waiting all along. I am washed completely clean by a love I don't deserve. Every stain that once defined me has been healed by every word. Now the guilt no longer holds me. Now the past has lost its claim. I am washed completely clean by the power of your name. If we confess our sins before you, you are faithful, you forgive. Not by works that we could offer, but by grace that lets us live. Every burden lifted freely, Every chain has come undone. What was dark is now surrendered in the light of what you've done. I am washed completely clean. Now my heart has found its rest. No more striving for perfection. I am covered and blessed. In the freedom of forgiveness, I can stand and not be ashamed. I am washed completely clean, forever changed by